before they know I have a kid, and then like if they find out that I do have a kid, they'll be like, oh, well, that must be really hard. Like, is the dad involved? That drives me nuts because like if you met like someone who was 35 and like you found out that they had like a 2-year-old daughter, you would never be like, oh, so like is the dad involved?
Yeah.
Like,
but what it's about is energizing people to start working on problem-solving skills. Not just problem-solving skills, because that sounds so, oh, I'm going to teach you how to do what to do. No, that's not what this is about at all. This is about looking at real life and using art, using theater, using games as a way of breaking into conversations that can actually affect real change. So. Green light. And freeze. Let's look at this statue up here. Everybody else come up to frame. One has a knee on the ground. What else do you see objectively?
We've got a dramatic hand.
Yeah. Got the dramatic hand on the shoulder.
They're both looking at the floor.
Both looking at the floor. Different.
Yeah, that's what I
This character saying, please stay with this character.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys can break. I'm going to ask you guys, what did you start thinking of in terms of character when you were in these positions?
I should have been really sad.
It felt like your character was really sad.
Yeah.
Why was that? What was it about the body position? Or
Just like the looking down and being down, like you were lower.
okay. What did you feel like your relationship was to your fellow actor here? Come back to me. All right, game. Through a very simple game, we created an image and a potential storyline.
Well, this past summer I found out that I was pregnant, and that's been the most important thing for me to focus on right now. And that's what I'm working on. I've been having a lot of doctor's appointments and other things, and I'm just really concerned about the health of myself and my baby.
I understand that, but your baby's not going to be healthy enough if you're going to not be able to support him either. You can't go out and buy formula if you ain't got a job. You can have a good enough job if you don't go to college. You're either going to have to straighten up or I'm going to have to bump you or kick you out of the class.
This is a totally new experience for me, and I just want you to support me and help me in any way possible that you can.
We'll try and see what goes on. We'll work on it till the end of the year. It's as far as I can give you.
All right. Wow, that was a switch.
Marking period, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Is this was she getting what she needed?
Yeah.
I
Kind
think
of,
he's
sorta?
starting to understand.
Starting to understand. Are there other ways that she could approach, the character of Jen could approach to get what she needs?
can bring an advocate with her.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try that.
So is this the same visit or is this a subsequent
It can either be the same visit or a subsequent visit. Which would you like it to be?
Can we try to give the girl more confidence? Because she's talking so low and unconfident. She has to talk more confident if he wants to believe her.
Okay, come on in. You're going to replace her. Yeah? Come on in. No, there it is. Come on. You can do this. Because it's another tactic, and it's your tactic, so it's very good.
So is the mom still here?
How can the main character get what she wants, get what he wants, get what he needs? In this case, we tried reasoning. It worked to a degree. She got the teacher to listen. Sometimes that doesn't work, and you have to bring in somebody else.
And he knows when he's with my mom, he could act up. But he knows with me, I don't play that. So it's like, every time I say no, he goes to my mom. And my mom looks at me. I'm like, no. And like, you come over here because I'm your adult, I'm your mother, and you're listening to me. And then my mom goes, yeah, she doesn't let you do that. Really? She's not supposed to do that.
She was at the mall and some lady actually said something nice about her because she yelled at Lance because he was doing something disrespectful. That was the first time that we've ever gone out that somebody has said that. Most of the time it's like, oh, well, your baby's crying, you're doing something wrong, you're a bad parent.
And then, like you said, I went to the mall and my 3-year-old was running around, he wouldn't listen for anything. And I made him stop, I made him come back, and I'm like, look, how do we act in public? I said, do we run? And he goes, no. I'm like, do we yell? He says, no. I said, well, what happens if we yell and we act up? He goes, I sit in timeout. I said, do you like timeout? He goes, no. I'm like, so what are you gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna stop running and I'm gonna listen. And I said, good. And he goes, I forgot to. And I said, well, maybe you'll remember now. He goes, I'll remember. And this older lady stopped and she looked at me and she goes, you know, that's wonderful. And I'm like, and she goes, thank you.
You don't get that often.
She goes,
Very
no,
rarely.
the next generation is only going to learn by how we teach them. You know, she goes, we have to teach them how to behave. And she said, most people just let their kids running rampant. And she goes, honestly, seeing you do that was wonderful. And I'm
There are different levels of resonance. There's resonance, yes, this is my experience. Resonance that's, no, it's not my experience, but I've experienced something similar. And resonance that's, I haven't experienced it myself, but I know people who have, and I know this is real. So those are the three levels of resonance that I would like to invite you to start contemplating with this exercise. So what did you, what specifically did you resonate with, and how?
Transportation's a big thing. I pay $8 a day when I come home at 7:30 at night. I don't walk from, I work past the Byrd Mall. I don't know if anybody here knows where that is.
Yeah.
I work all the way past there and I have to walk all the way back to Southside Easton at 7:30 at night. I don't get home until 9:30. I can't
You walk
do that
from
at
the
night.
Byrd Mall to past the Byrd Mall.
Up by where the old Walmart used to be.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that now that it's dark.
That's a really
Blatantly
far
put.
That's a really
I mean, the,
far walk.
I
That's
know
what,
it's
3
like-
miles or so?
Something like that. But it's not that big of a
4
deal.
miles.
The walk isn't that bad. I don't mind walking it. But it's
Like
just the
safety.
dark thing. That
Yeah,
bothers me. I
until
have
there's
two
a
kids.
I never had really like any of the experiences, but one time I went to the doctor and they were like, and there was a problem with my insurance and I just like couldn't get seen and it was really like terrible and scary.
It is kind of scary when you walk in and say,
And you're like
I'm sorry,
sick.
you've got to go.
And I'm like sick, like real sick, and they're just like, oh, like.
This is in the third spot, yeah? So that gives you, yep, that's your last move. So everybody's made all their moves? Okay, let's bring it in closer. So it's not that anything out here is not important, because it is. It made it onto the board. These are all, it's just that we can't talk about everything in one day. If you had to choose which is the more important issue for you right now, which would it be?
Yeah, if I had to choose more important, I'd probably end up picking money.
Okay. So we're leaning towards money. I'm still going to ask you to divide up into two groups. And I'm going to ask each group to talk about money issues. And just like we did with the image theater before, and sculpting a picture, I'd like you to sculpt one or two really concrete photographs, if you will, of money-related issues. What's preventing you from getting what you need? How is money a problem? What do you see?
I'm the new house on the market.
I hope a nice person buys me.
You'll never get this. You'll never get this.
New house on the market.
You'll never get this.
Come buy me.
You'll never get this.
She couldn't even get past one thing to get to the other.
So you had a hard time getting past even the first obstacle, let alone the second to get to the prize. Okay. Was that accurate representation? Or would you like to try it again?
No, I think that's pretty good. Like, because if I get like past school, then I can get my house and I can pay for my car. But like if I can't get past school, then like I hit a roadblock of just like, well,
Yeah, my dad refuses to do anything with my kids. He's always been that way. Since I had Lance, it's always not my job, not happening. The problem is that he tells me, well, you are a mom. You chose to be a mom. That's what you have to do now. You can't get a job. You can't go to school. You have to be a mom. That's all you can do because that's your only choice. You have 2 kids. I'm not taking care of your kids. Your mother cannot take care of your kids. You know, how are you going to do it?
You need to go to school.
You have a kid now. You can't do that.
Well, then I need to get a job.
You have 2 kids. How are you going to get a job? You have no time for a job.
But I need a job.
You have no time for a job. You have 2 kids you have to raise. And how are you supposed to do that? There's no child care there. You're living in my house.
I need my house.
You're always
And my
going to be living
life.
in my house.
You playing your father?
Scene. Yeah. So what are we seeing here?
It's the same dilemma in a lot of
It's
ways.
the same dilemma.
Yeah.
in very different terms, but the same dilemma.
She honestly just needs to block out her father. Like, I know you love him, and I know that she supports you.
Okay, so you know what? Let's try this. Let's come on up. Can you replace Cammy?
Okay.
We're going to go back to the Cammy sequence.
I need a job.
Yeah.
Well, you don't take care of me anyway. This is my life, and I'm
I'll hire you if you could work
You're in
Monday,
my
Wednesday,
house.
Fridays,
And
9 to
once I get a
noon.
job, I'll get out.
Okay, you try it, see what happens. Go ahead.
And then I need my education.
Well, you get your job first. Go ahead and try and get your job.
Now, I have to go to my education.
Okay, how are you going to do both at the same time? Do you think you can really do both at the same time?
Yes, I'm not the only person that does.
Do you really expect me to take care of your kids?
No, that's
Who's
why.
taking care of them?
Me. That's why I have a job and my boyfriend.
Yeah, well, no, I don't see him. Where is he? He's at work.
That's why we have childcare.
Who's paying for it? I'm not going to pay for
No,
that.
I am. My job.
Yeah,
Now since I have a job because you can't stop me.
Like everyone is struggling with a lot of like the similar things, and like it is possible. Everything is possible, but you know you just have to figure out what steps you need to take, and then you know just go for it. Like, and then we have a lot of people here who you know. Seems like everyone here would be behind you if you really needed it.